joke, kill more, run the duck, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring out your girlfriends. Girl, hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bait. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early. Because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Get out.
Again, it's Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out of his end zone, Prescott got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland Browns coming back out for their next series gives us a moment to talk about their wide receivers because so much of the talk in Cleveland has been about the quarterback spot. But they could have a really talented group out wide.
If they can keep them all together, no doubt about it. Josh Gordon, when he plays, he's as electric as there is in the league on the perimeter. Jarvis Landry, the great pickup from Miami, brings toughness, professionalism, dedication to that locker room. The key, the wild card pick, Antonio Callaway out of Florida. If he stays on the field, he can provide some electricity for that team that they sorely need.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half as some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's high, and he stopped immediately there. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They run it again with 9. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Fourth down, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Christian Kirksey not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. 2nd down, Prescott. Man open left side, it's Williams. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long for Prescott. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
46.
A first down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hurns. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Prescott under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Gun.
A second down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here we go. 46. Go. Get out there.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Gun. Hey, here we go. Here we go. 46. Here you go. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. Hey, switching gears for a second, halfway through the preseason, any big takeaways that you've seen so far, Charles?
Just a few come to mind. Number one, the roster of 90 that stays that way throughout preseason, I think is a boon for every team because you can practice a little bit better, get a few more things done because you have more bodies, and those guys get to get on tape for 4 preseason games. So I think that's really good. The other part is normal execution, struggle a little bit. Early in the season, guys trying to get it back together. And last but not least, the practice of coming together with another team, 2 joint practices before a preseason game, becoming more and more widespread, and you get a lot of really good competition and practice with the best versus the best from each team.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield with it once more. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hustle.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, Cole. Get out there. Done. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Prescott on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He finds an opening past the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. A first down carry by Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Prescott now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Start there, over there. Start there. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, the top 5, it's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who did you take number 1 in the fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it. And don't forget, returning it as well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Again, it's Hyde. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's got his tight end, Njoku, and he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, a run high, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Green.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Open space inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure. Come away with nothing. That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 23 yards on the play. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Hyde. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. First down, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Prescott now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
2nd down, Prescott. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, here we go. 1-8. Switch it, hey. Move.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open left side, it's Williams. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Prescott to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll give to Hyde. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd down, Mayfield. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Hyde is the lone man in the backfield here on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Toss left to Elliott. And some space here. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They go Elliott again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. That is just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Gun. Hey, switch, and hey, wide in. Go, get out there.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
46. Go, get out there. Gun.
Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Here you go.
Prescott. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Let's go, 47.
Prescott to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch, and hey. Here we go. 46. Woo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And they got the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Bailey now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.